let's go mowing. So what mowers does he have today? Well, I figured for the hell of it, I'm going to take the Turf Tiger out. So I have the Tiger Cat and the Turf Tiger. That's what's in the truck today, in the trailer. I have, as you guys know, those of you that have been following me along, I paid $1,500 from my buddy. Bought the Turf Tiger from him. I put well over $1,500 into it. You guys have seen the videos with the long list of stuff that I've done to it. So I decided I didn't really want it anymore. It's just, it was a project. I never really bought it with the intentions of keeping it. So I put it on Craigslist for sale for $2,600 or best offer. I know I'm not going to get everything out of it that I put into it. That's how it goes with anything. A vehicle, a four-wheeler, a mower, whatever. That's just how it goes. So, but it's worth that $2,600 all day. It doesn't have that many. I think it has 1,000 hours on it. It's really not that bad for a commercial mower. And people have been offering me garbage. They've been offering me trades for beat up old snowmobiles. They've been offering me trades for four-wheeler, which probably would have been close to equal value, I guess. I don't know. I didn't even have them send me the picture of it. Could have been no beat up four-wheeler, but I already have one I never use. So, but the cash offers, people have been offering me like $1,500. They're freaking stoned, man. There's no way in hell. But I don't know. So I'd rather it just sit around and I use it once in a while than let it go for nothing. I really don't care. It's not bothering me. So that's what I have today. It rained all night. Today is Friday, and I don't have that many. I think I have like 10 properties on Friday, but they're all, well, with the exception of 1, 2, 3. With the exception of 3 of them, they're all very big properties, like 2 acres or more of just mowing. So it's quite a bit. But I figure why not? I'm going to take the Tiger Cat and the Turf Tiger today. If I don't like the way the Turf Tiger's cut, then I'll just use the Tiger Cat. It's still a 52-inch deck versus a 61 on the Turf Tiger. So we'll see what happens. I have super high lift blades on both of them. And yeah, that's about it. So we're going to see what happens here. And I'm about to pull up to my first one, and we will just see how it goes for the day. And it rained all night long. Not all night, most of the night. It was supposed to rain all day today, and they changed the forecast. Now there's 0 rain in the forecast for today. So the sun's shining. It's only supposed to get like 80 degrees, but it is 10 after 9 in the morning, and it is already extremely humid. Extremely humid. So I don't know, but there's supposed to be a pretty good breeze all day. There's a little one out right now. We'll see what happens. Hopefully there is a breeze. Most of my properties are down along the lake all day today, so hopefully it'll be cooler down there. Only time will tell. Let's do it. So it cuts good and it's fast. But as soon as cars go by and get out of here, it's a very busy road. She cuts good and she's fast. Definitely leaves a nice looking even flat cut. It seems like, I mean, that grass was really wet, but it seems like when I got into some thick, wetter stuff, it was bogging down a little bit. It didn't bog down, but it was like, you could hear a different pitch in the engine. And I always thought that mower had a fuel issue. Other than changing the fuel filter, I've never done anything to that mower fuel-wise. So, I don't know. And when you run it at low idle, every once in a while it pops. And I put that in my Craigslist ad too. And so I think that that's all related. I don't know. But I already looked it up. Even if I had to buy a carb for that Kohler motor, it's like 42 bucks or 43 bucks with free shipping. Maybe I'll just buy the carb, throw a new carb on it and see how it runs. But I could rebuild it, but I don't know, maybe I'll do that too. Sometimes it's just easier to just order a new one, pull the 2 bolts off, pull the air cleaner off and pull the 2 bolts out, pull it out, change the gaskets, throw a new one on. You know, it's just, you know me, I'm all about fixing stuff versus buying stuff, or building or fabricating my own things versus buying stuff. But sometimes when it comes to stuff like that, it's just easier, especially when I don't have a whole hell of a lot of time. But we'll see. I don't know. It also hasn't been running over 2 months, so you know, I'd start it up once a week, let it run for 5 minutes at my house, but I haven't mowed with it or done anything with it in like 2 months. It's sat there, so it's got like a quarter of a tank of fuel in it right now. I'll fill the tank up probably at this next house, get some fresh fuel, run through it. But I mean, that's not going to make a hell of a lot of difference because it had that issue before when I was running it. So, and I always ran non-ethanol fuel, always. I never put that ethanol shit in my mowers. I used to a long time ago, and then I'd run K100 mixed in with it, but I don't know. That was before when nobody in my area sold non-ethanol fuel. Now there's a few places that do so. But it went up. Last week I was paying $2.98 a gallon for non-ethanol fuel. I went and got some yesterday and it was $3.03. Ridiculous. 5-cent jump in a week. Ridiculous. But I don't know. It's worth it when if you're mechanically inclined and you know how things work, and you understand what the potential damage is to small engines like weed whackers, blowers, hedge trimmers, even mowers. If you understand what the damage is to those things for running ethanol fuel, it's just worth it to spend the extra money and run the non-ethanol. So, I don't know. We'll keep mowing. The next one's a pretty big one, so it'll get some constant run time on it. I'm not going to keep stopping to move a camera and film that one. I just want to run it. I'm going to fill it up with fresh fuel, and I'm just going to run it wide open on that big lawn and see what happens. We'll go from there. Well, it didn't work out so well with the Turf Tiger. It turned out I was mowing grass. It was maybe 5.5 inches tall, down to 3 1/4, and it just kept bogging and bogging. That thing definitely has a fuel issue that I just haven't had time to mess with. It could be something as simple as a fuel pump, which is 2 screws and 3 hoses, and it takes about 5 minutes to change. I have a spare one in the toolbox. I just haven't had time to do it, but that was yesterday where this video started off, and I ended up just taking it back home and grabbing the Great Dane and throwing that on the trailer, and it took all day to finish everything I had to do, all on big properties. I lost time because of that Turf Tiger. But I got all my properties done, and then I had to go weed whack a couple sidewalks and driveways and spray those for weeds for a couple people. And I just I had a lawn I had to go take care of that I couldn't do on Wednesday because, you know, it's one of those things where the customer has their driveway ripped out and puts it in a new concrete driveway and doesn't tell you, and you show up to mow their lawn and the concrete's wet. So, you know, it was just one thing after the next. But I got that done, and then I went to a family birthday party last night, and so, I mean, all in all, it finished out to be a good week. But this morning I had to go trim a whole bunch of hedges, and so I got back home and figured, you know what, it's time to take care of my lawn. It was getting, I don't know if you can tell in this picture, but I mean, it was probably a good 7 inches tall. It hasn't been cut in a while, and I just, with all the rain we've been getting, and I mean, you guys know, our lawns are always the last to get done, and I just haven't had time. So I'm obviously not mowing this fast. I have the video set to number 2 speed, and it would have been quite a lengthy video if I just let it go in real time. So I just, with the other stuff on this video, I didn't feel like doing that and making it too long. But I'm getting it cut down with the walker, and my first pass, I think I have it set at 3.5 inches, and then I go over it again at 2 3/4, 3 inches, right around there. Now, my walker deck is a 1/4 inch off of what it says. So when it says I'm cutting at 3, I'm actually cutting at 3 1/4. I adjusted it with different size spacers because these walkers only go in 1/2 inch increments, and that just doesn't work for me. So I need that 1/4 inch. Like you guys know, 90% of my properties I cut at 3 1/4. So I think, I don't know, I know the first cut was on the 3.5 mark, so it was probably 3 3/4. And I think the second cut was it. Well, the second cut would have been the 2.5 mark, so it would have been 2 3/4 is the height I cut at. I actually went a lot slower on the second pass because I've never cut with the walker deck set this low before, so I was nervous to see what it was going to do. I didn't want to scalp anything. I didn't want to hit anything in my yard that I didn't know was there. I mean, I walked it. It's my yard. I pretty much know it. The only thing to be laying there is one of the kids' toys or something small enough that I can't see, but I don't want to suck up anything that would do more damage like it did when I destroyed that blower a couple weeks ago. So as far as an update goes on that, I can't tell you any difference. I've mowed dry grass, I have mowed wet grass, and I see absolutely no difference in running this bigger 10.5 inch upgraded blower. So I don't really see what the big hype is. Yeah, this is where I'm gonna start. See, I drop it down lower, and then I start my second cut. But anyway, I don't see what the big hype is. I haven't noticed any difference at all. It is still cutting exactly the same. I'm not like it never really left grass laying before. Every once in a while, I'll leave a little blade here and there. Still does that. Still does that even with the bigger blower. Everybody said wait till fall, you'll really notice with the leaves. Well, it's weird. I have one, actually the house I had to go back and mow yesterday that I didn't do on Wednesday because of that driveway. They have a tree that it seems like all year there's constantly leaves falling, and there's always leaves laying there all over. So I mowed over that whole area, and I was pretty excited to get to it actually because I had the walker with me. I came home and dumped off the stander after I got done with all those lawns, and I threw the walker on. I just didn't want to take a chance of blowing grass on that driveway. I figured it was dry by then. I just didn't. I just would rather have done it with the walker. So anyway, I came home and got the walker, and I went over those leaves. I still left a couple leaves. I mean, it picked up 90%, and picked up the majority of them, but it still left a couple here and there, exactly the same as it did when I had run over some leaves when it had the 10-inch blower in there. So I don't know. I don't see the difference. I don't see any difference at all, to be honest with you. It says that I was also told that it will help lay the grass a lot better in the hopper, and it'll pack it in better and you'll get more in there. I have found that to not be true either. It still holds just as much. I can go just as long as I did when I had the 10-inch blower, so I don't know. Maybe when I get into the real heavy amounts of leaves in the fall, I will see. I don't exactly see myself doing, I mean, my average lawns with leaves, I'll do it with the walker, but the real heavy stuff, I won't do it with this walker anyway. I will run my Tiger Cat with 3-bag bagger system, and I'll pull those bags out and put the Toro King bag on there that holds massive amounts of leaves. I mean, you guys have seen that in the past, those Toro King bags I use for leaves, or the ones that I've made and used on grass catchers or whatever mower for leaves. So if you haven't, check out my past videos and you'll see that, but that's what I do for leaves anyway. So in this year, to mostly me and my buddy that you've heard me talk about in past videos, him and I tackle our leaf cleanup videos, or leaf cleanup jobs together, because we have some monster ones, and he actually just bought a huge Little Wonder vac system that hangs off the back of his dump trailer with a 12-inch round tube that sucks the leaves up. So this year it's just going to be bagging them, dumping them by the trailer, and vacuuming them up and blowing them into the trailer. He's building a box over his dump trailer. But anyway, so that is about it. I know this is kind of a lengthy video, but that's how my week finished up. And today is Saturday, and I believe I'm done for the rest of the weekend. So enjoy, and thanks for watching as always.